everybody? Crash here. Welcome back to Crash Against the Spread, where we talk about sports from a betting perspective. We are back with the WNBA today. Congratulations to the Boston Celtics for winning the chip. Congratulations to the Dallas Mavericks for getting to the finals. They had a rougher conference than the Celtics did, but the Celtics were dominant all season and deserved to win the title. So, on till today, going through the summer after basketball season's over. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump right into the WNBA and baseball. But I'm kind of trying to bone up a little bit more in baseball. There's a lot of stats, a lot of variables, a lot of players. The series, the 3-game, 4-game series that they play has a lot of variables within each one, and without paying attention to it day by day, it's hard just to kind of jump in there and be the guy. So I feel like I've done more of that with WNBA right now, and I'm going to ease into baseball a little more. I'm also going to be working on a sports model for next season, an Excel sports model for pretty much all the major sports once I get it going, and make sure that next season and the following seasons we have something more concrete to go off each day, rather than just random information from different sources. So work on that, tweak that. But yeah, that's how it's going to go. WNBA, MLB, college football, basketball, NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, WNBA, and repeat the cycle. So let's go ahead and get started with today's picks. Today we're looking at the Sparks and the Sun. That's the LA Sparks and Connecticut Sun. We have the Sun as 13-point favorites at home. Totals at 153, 154, depending on your book. It's down from 157. So it's trending to the under right now. The Sun is a defensive team and not I don't want to say elite scoring team, but there's kind of a hierarchy in the WNBA. The Suns are currently the number one team with 12 wins and 1 loss. They're not the highest scoring team, but they are a great defensive team. So their only loss is to the Liberty, which plays a pretty fast pace. And they are 12 wins, 2 losses, right behind the Connecticut Sun. So that's kind of how it looks. Like there's 3-4 teams at the top. There's 4 or 5 teams in the middle, and the rest are at the bottom. So that's kind of how you initially look at it. Right now, we're looking at a top team versus a bottom team. Can the bottom team cover the spread? They have had a couple instances this season. 4 games ago, they beat the Las Vegas Aces outright. Aces this season, kind of middle of the pack. But they were in the finals last year. So generally a good team. They're 6-6 this season. One of the higher scoring teams. So I think it was, in that particular game, a lackluster defensive effort from the Aces and a good offensive outburst from the Sparks. Still only 4 wins on the season for the Sparks. And they're averaging about 77 points a game to Connecticut's 81 points a game. Connecticut is holding opponents to 70 points, while Connecticut is allowing 84 points a game. So only one of the games in their last 5 have gone under this total. But they haven't played Connecticut yet. They have played Minnesota and Atlanta. For Connecticut, their last 5 games, only 2 would have been under this total. And one of those was the last time they were 13-point favorites on somebody, which was the Washington Mystics. And they won 76-59. The total was 152. So big spread, low total. So I'm going to lean on the under. As I look at this, it looks a little scary. But the big spread and the low total leads me to believe it might be a game like they played with the Mystics, 76-59, or a 80 to 60, something like that. I don't want to bet on the spread on this one. I'm leaning under. Let's talk about the next game and see if I like that one better. The Liberty and the Mercury. Mercury are 5.5 point home underdogs, and the total's at 170. So what we're seeing here is a higher pace squad, and the Phoenix Mercury do have Brittany Griner back, who scored 28 points in her last game. So that was I think she's played 3 games. Yeah, she's played the last 3, and she's got over her point total each time. Today you might be able to find a 19.5 or 20.5. So you still need to go over 20, but she scored 24, 25, and 28 since she's been back. So that might be a good look for her. Looking at the over, totals at 170. And just like the last game being so low for a reason, this game is probably very high for a reason. And I think it's the pace of play. The over is 4-1 in the Liberty's last 5 games, playing on 2 days rest. The under is 4-1 in Liberty's last 5 versus a team with a losing straight-up record. The over is 73 in the Mercury's last 10 games following the win. So let's look at that. Phoenix Mercury coming off a win against Seattle, 87-78 at home as 3-point underdogs. Totals at 166 and went under by 1. In my opinion, we're still expecting, if Phoenix is scoring 80 points consistently, which it looks like they are, since Brittany's been back in the game before that, we still expect New York to get theirs and score at least 80 themselves. I think 170 is right on the number, though. Let me check what Hard Rock is, because that's what I'll be betting on. So best number on Hard Rock is what's going to make the decision. All right, on Hard Rock, I can still get a 169.5. So I think that's the way I'm going to go, is over 169.5, because I can see it getting to 170, maybe a little bit above, but anything over that is kind of questionable. So since I can still get something in the 160s, I'm going to go there. I hope that we get a 87, 85 type of game. So over 169 is my pick for the WNBA. We do have hockey on tonight. Just like basketball, I think it might be the last game. We're back in Florida now, and I'm going to bet Florida on the puck line to try to get the plus money out of it. So those are going to be my picks. My favorite pick in the WNBA is the over in Liberty in the Mercury game. And I like the Panthers -1.5 to close out the Stanley Cup. So those are going to be my picks. Thanks for watching the NBA and the NFL with me, and hope you join me for baseball and WNBA. So we will see you back tomorrow.